curling the toes back, and then we're going to push through the foot. We're going to bend the knees and push through the foot. Now, if it's hard to sit here, if you've got a little something to sit on, you can elevate your pelvis a little bit. That can help. So we're going to bend the knees and then extend. Bend and extend. Working through those feet, kind of warming up the knees a little bit. Watch that you're not knocking the knees. Knees are pointing straight up to the ceiling. Great. Now let's take our feet together, and we're going to try to find our first position. So the hands are behind you. Again, you can rock back just a little bit if you need to. Keep that core engaged. I just want you to rotate out and then parallel. So my feet are pointed, but I'm trying to move my legs from the hip, not the feet. So really see if you can get that sense of that thigh bone rotating in the hip socket. This is your first position when we stand up. So we're rotating out and in. Just notice if one hip feels a little sticky, I want you to look at your feet. One might turn out a little bit more. You're just noticing more inhibition in the leg that's not in the hip socket. No. Now we're going to hold the turn out. We're going to flex the feet turned out, and then we're going to bring it back to parallel. I want you to point, rolling through the foot. Then we're going to rotate out from the hip, flex the feet, and then come back. We're going to point the toes. We're going to rotate out from the hip. We're going to flex the feet, and we're going to come back a little bit faster. So it's point, rotate out, flex, return. Point, rotate out, flex, return. Two more. Point, rotate out, flex, return. Hopefully you're feeling this a little bit in the hip. Flex and return. Good. We're going to keep the turn out. So rotate out, turn out, lift your chest up, inhale, shoulders down. As you exhale, we're going to start rolling down. Now here you can bend your knees and you can roll down, taking your hands behind your thighs. I just want you lying down on your back. Now position yourself so you can see me, because I'm going to have you lying down. So we're going to pretend like we're standing. So you're going to be lying down with your palms down. So we're going to actually take them out to the side slightly so they're not down by your side. So it's the second position. Draw your shoulder blades down into your back pockets. Now you're lengthening your body. That should feel pretty good on your hips just lying here. Take a breath in. Feel the rib cage expand. Now exhale, find your core. So draw your belly button in and up and feel the ribs, the back ribs, press down towards the floor a little bit. Now I'm pressing my arms into the floor gently. My shoulders are away from my ears. My neck, just drop your chin, just a little chin nod, head nod here, just to lengthen the back of that neck towards the floor. It's not forced. So now, here we go. We're going to do a passe. So we're going to take that right leg and we're going to bring it up right to the knee, and then we're going to bring it back down. Now we're in that first position. I'm trying to keep my pelvis stable. I'm just moving my leg. So I'm moving my knee, keeping the left side of the body down, so it's not moving, it's stable. So I'm passe up and down, returning to that first position each time. Just warming up the hips a little bit now, zip up that core, nothing's moving except the knee and the ankle and the hip. Now we're going to pause in the up position and we're going to go parallel, turn out. So here, what you're looking for is your pelvis staying stable, or is that left hip coming off? Try to keep that left hip down. This is what happens when we're standing. So rotating out and in, just waking up that psoas a little bit, opening up. Now hold the turn out. I want you to extend that leg up, straighten the knee. Now I'm turned out. So my knee isn't facing me, it's turned out. I want you to flex the foot and lower that leg down, reaching it out from the hip without the ribs popping up. So we're really trying to keep that upper body stable. Passe, bring that right leg up. We're going to extend it up so it's turned out. We're going to flex the foot and we're going to lengthen down. So it's passe. This is called a développé. Now my low back imprints to the mat. Now I'm going to lengthen out from the hip and down. Let's go a little bit faster. Passe, développé, extend down. Passe, développé. This is called floor bar. I love this because you can really think about your alignment. Watch what's tensing up. Développé, lower down. Give me two more. Passe, développé, extend, flex. Last one. Passe, développé, lower down. Now we're going to go to the side. So let's go to that passe again. I want you to lift the knee towards that right shoulder and then extend it out. Flex the foot. Now this is where that left hip wants to come up. Adjust your leg up a little higher. towards the midline. If that's happening, flex the foot, squeeze those inner thighs to bring that right inner thigh to come back to center. So it's passe, lift the knee towards the shoulder, développé, keep the upper body stable, flex the foot, squeeze down, apply a little resistance. 2 more slow. Passe, développé, flex, passe, développé, lifting the knee first, flex down. You might look like you're here rather than straight to the side. Depends on your turnout. The priority is the pelvis stays stable. Give me 2 more. Passe, développé, lower down. Last one, passe, développé, lower down. Woo, shake it out. Now, what does that leg feel like compared to the other? Probably feels more into the floor, right? Just more because we've gotten some fluid moving through that leg. Now the right side is going to be the stabilizer, and we're going to move the left leg. So we're going to start with, I'm just going to flip around so you can see. My floor is clean. Okay, so palms down, draw those shoulder blades down, the ribs are heavy. I feel that nice little low back space here to start. I'm going to squeeze my inner thighs together, honoring that midline, lengthen through my toes, I'm turned out. Zip up the core, inhale, bring that left leg up, and then slide it down. So here's your passe. Passe up to the knee and down. So here we're just trying to keep that body stable, the pelvis stable, the ribs stable, the head stable. I'm pressing my upper back towards the floor and down. Just give me a couple more, just getting that passe, trying to keep the pelvis stable again. Now we're going to pause here and we're just going to rotate out and in. So you can imagine we're going to do this standing, so we really get a sense of the hips staying stable on the floor. We can use the floor to help us know if we're rocking to one side. Now we're going to hold it turned out. Now here's where I'm going to extend the leg up. Now it's turned out. My hips are stable. Okay, flex the foot, lengthen the leg, and lower down. Good. Passe. Zip up the core. Développé. Here's where my low back imprints. Extend. Flex the foot. I know you can't see my foot. Lower down. Passe. So we do 4 slow. Extend. Notice where the leg is turned out. Hips are stable. Lengthen the leg. Good. 1 more time slow. Up. And then flex. Lower down. Now 8, a little faster. Passe. Développé. Extend. Passe. Développé. Extend. Passe. Développé. Extend. This is 4. Passe, développé, flex, extend. 5, and lower. And 6, and lower. How you doing? And 7, and lower. Feeling that quad fire a little bit to straighten that leg. Last 1. Now we go into that passe. Now here, I'm going to lift my knee to the side. It might be up a little higher. The priority is that right hip stays on the floor. I'm going to extend the leg. Make sure that I'm not leaning to the left. Press that right shoulder blade into the floor. Flex the foot. Squeeze down. Do it again. Passe. Lift the knee. Développé. Flex down. Again. Passe. Knee up. Extend. Right hip down. Flex. Lower down. 1 more time. Extend and lower. Now 8 tempo. Passe. Développé. Lower down. Passe, développé, lower down. That's 3, and lower, and 4, and lower. If you need to take a break, take it. 5. You're going to notice which hip is a little weaker. 2 more, and lower. Last 1. Imprinting that low back and lower. Shake it out. Whew, nice. So now we're going to roll onto our stomach and do the same thing. Okay, so this is a little more challenging. This is actually super great for your hips. Okay, so I'm going to turn sideways again. I'm not going to move my mat. It's all about time now. Okay, so now I'm going to take my forehead on my hands. I'm going to zip up my core, so I'm really supporting my head on my hands. I'm going to inhale as I exhale, right? Zip up the core. Now I'm pressing my pubic bone into the floor and I'm lengthening my feet away from my hips. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is Draw that leg up. So I'm sliding it on the floor into my passe and then lower down. So this might be a little annoying if you have a mat. That's okay. I want you to try to keep that. I'm telling you, it's okay to be annoyed. Okay, so you're taking that knee up and you're trying to keep the left hip stable or whatever leg is not moving. Now we're going to hold it in the passe. Now here, press your hip bones into the floor. We're going to try to développé out. Now this is the challenge. Now lift that leg. We're not going to flex, let's flex it and then lower down. So we're going to passe, bring it up to the knee. Now we're going to try to développé. So see how I'm lifting my leg off the floor? I'm trying to lift it off. It might be hard for some of you. Extend, lengthen. It's okay if that leg doesn't come off the floor, and lower. 2 more times, passe. Now let's say I can't lift that leg off, right? Then I'm just going to stay down and I'm going to extend it right from there. Squeeze my inner thighs together, flex the foot, lower down. So let's go up to tempo. Passe, développé, lower down. Passe, here's where you try to lift that leg off to développé and lower down. Passe, développé, lower down. 4 more. Passe, développé, lower down. Keeping that left side stable. Those of you more advanced, you can try to take your arms out to the side just a little bit. Give me 2 more. Passe, développé, lower down. So just notice, some of you might like this position better, and then lower, and shake it out. Woo, notice what that glute feels like. Coming from the glute, right? Now we're gonna go to the other side. I know you can't wait to get up off the floor. Okay, here we go. I'm a little out of breath. So palms down, forehead on the hands. I'm gonna zip up my core, press my pubic bone into the mat. My glutes are firing, I'm turned out, lengthen from the hip. We're gonna passe. Now, this feels so much better to me, moving my left leg. So you guys are probably gonna notice it too. So I'm just trying to passe the knee up. Just getting a sense for trying to keep my right side or whatever side is not working, the knee that's not lifting, right, that leg. You're trying to press it down. Couple more. All right, now we're gonna hold the passe. Gonna try to lift the leg off the floor, but maybe not. Just extend it out straight. It's not far away from your other leg. So you're squeezing those inner thighs together. Flex the foot, lower down. Passe, développé, extend. Now my hip wants to come off, keep it down, and lower. 2 more slow. And lower. Last one. Now here's where you're going to decide if I want my arms out. So passe, développé, and lower. Now I can choose to flex my foot. I don't care about that. What I'm caring about is that your pelvis stays stable and you're not leaning over to the right. And lower. 5 more. Extend and lower. And 6. Keeping those hips stable and lower. 5. And lower. Passe. Extend and lower. 2. Extend and lower. Last one. Woo, and lower. Oh, good heavens. Take your hands on underneath your head. You have them out to the side. We're going to take our hands by our shoulders. We're going to push up into a quadruped. Now, those glutes, I'm hoping you're feeling them because they were firing there big time. So here, inhale. As you exhale, I just want you to tuck your pelvis. Just release that low back a little bit. Now, I'm not moving my upper body at all. I'm looking down between my hands. Inhale, exhale. You're just tucking the pelvis, lengthening the low back. I'm trying to see if I can keep my ribs stable. Tuck and extend. And tuck and extend. One more. Tuck and extend. Now let's round. Let the chin drop. Look at the belly button. Stretch the spine. You're in an extended position for a while there. Inhale, so nice to get some articulation. So it's a little cow pose, right? Then exhale, tuck the pelvis, then let that chin drop, round the back to the ceiling. One more time, inhale. and exhale, round, up, and release. Good, we're gonna lie down on our backs again, just for a little core. So we're gonna flex our feet out, so we're nice and long, really working in an extended position. Hands come behind the head. Now inhale, as you exhale, I want you to curl up and look up and over. So I'm not dropping my chin down, looking at my feet, I'm looking up. I'm just trying to lift up, get up and over those ribs, right? Keeping the pelvis stable, I'm not tucking, nice little low back space. I can imprint if I want. Inhale down. Exhale, try to lengthen the spine as you lift up and over. And then release down, inhale. Exhale, draw the chin down just a little bit, like an orange or an apple between your chin and your neck. Really feeling that core fire. Inhale, exhale. Now we're gonna hold it up here. We're gonna get a little oblique action here. Flex your toes back. We're gonna rotate side to side. Now I'm not lowering down in between. I'm trying to stay up there. Head is relaxing into the hands. Really pulling that belly, scooping in and up. Now I'm imprinting that low back for 4, 3, rotating 2, and 1. Come back to center. Lower down. Bring those legs up. Extend them up. This is where I'm going to go this way so you can actually see. Oops, so you can't see my feet yet. All right. So my legs are up. I'm going to take my hands behind. Actually, take your hands down by your sides. We're just going to get those inner thighs fired up. We're going to beat the legs. So here, I'm just crossing. It's a little crisscross. So I'm just beating, 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 beating. One leg's crossing in front. I'm squeezing my inner thighs together. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to open, just stretching those inner thighs a little bit. Beat. 1, 2, 3, and open. Imprinting the low back. Nothing's moving with the upper body. 2, 3, and open and cross. 2, 3, and open and cross. 2, 3, and open and cross. 2, 3, and open. Relaxing those legs on the open. One more. And open. Good. Now bring those legs in. Cross the right leg in front of the left. We're going to curl the upper body up. We're going to do that same thing. We're just going to add a little more core. Inhale. Exhale. Curl up. My right leg is in front. Now you can choose to stay down. That's fine. We're going to lower the legs down. 2, 3. Bring it up. Lower down. 2, 3, and up. If you want to add the beat, 2, 3, bring it up. You don't have to. Now here, I'm keeping that low back imprinted. I'm trying to stay up and over the ribs. I'm doing 3 beats down, come up. I don't care if you go 2 inches. If you want to bend your knees, you can. As long as those ribs aren't popping off. Last 1, beat, 2, 3, and up. Ooh, lift up 1, 2, 3, keep pushing through the feet. 5, ribs to hips. 7 and 8. Oh, wow. All right, so we are warmed up. Core is engaged. Good, take a breath. Here, bring those knees in. Just give a little rotation of the legs. We're gonna stand up for the rest of the class and apply what we did on the floor. So moving the knees in the other direction. And then come back. Let's take our arms out. You can do a cactus. You can place your arms down. Inhale as you exhale. Using your core, drop your knees towards the right, just a little spinal twist, and look to the left. You want to try to take your left shoulder, draw it down. So try to get that left shoulder blade on the mat. You want to take your right hand on top of the leg, just give it a little press as you lengthen, trying to create some space between that left hip and the ribs. And then release the hand. Let's windshield wiper our legs over to the other side, using our core to slow that movement down to the floor. Now pause here. See if we can open that chest, that right shoulder down as the legs move in the other direction. Take your left hand on the thigh, lengthen. Now here, try to create some space in between your rib and your hip. Looking to the right. Breathe. Bring it back to center Grab onto your ankles. You're just going to roll up. Let's just do a little spine stretch, rounding forward. Crown of the head to the floor. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I just had a really good workout. Lying on the floor doing some bar work and then roll up. Some of you might actually like that better than the standing. All right. So let's stand up. Okay. So now I'm going to adjust my camera so you guys can see my head, my arms. Woo, grab a drink of water. So we are completely warmed up. Everything that we need to be activated is activated for efficient movement. That's the thing when I do both, seated and standing. I need to adjust my camera. All right, so I'm going to move. I don't really need my mat, so I'm going to roll it up. Okay. We want to take our chair. Oh, this is good. All right, so I know you guys can see me. I'm going to do everything we just did on the floor, standing. But first, I want you to get into that first position, right? So if our feet were parallel, we just open to the side, really feeling that rotation coming from the hip. I want to stand tall. Now, the only thing we haven't done is we really haven't gotten that grounding mechanism fired up. Right now we're standing, so it's all about that. So here, Demi Plie for me. So we're bending those knees. I want you to press your thighs back. So try to externally rotate the femurs and the hip socket. My pelvis is not tucking or tilting. Just do a little pelvic tuck and tilt for me. And then find that neutral where the tailbone is just dropping down to the floor. So it's heavy, right? Now here, the tendency is to roll into the big toe mount. I want you to really fire up the outer edge of the foot. Squeeze the glutes. Remember, we're cracking it up between our butt cheeks. Now here, we're going to press down, 2, 3, squeeze up. So here we've got this plie, 3, and squeeze. So I'm really thinking of pressing my thighs back, squeezing the glutes, and then the inner thighs are what kind of pull me back up with those glutes, right? So it's lower, 2, 3, collarbones wide, shoulders relaxed, and squeeze one more, 1, 2, 3, and squeeze. Now it's plie, straighten. Plie, straighten. This is where we start rolling into those big toe mounds. Keep squeezing the nut and keep firing up the outer edge of the feet. Good, give me a couple more. Good, now we're gonna hold it here. We're gonna pop the heels, okay? And we're gonna releve up. So now we're right on top of those metatarsals. We're gonna bring our heels together. Now squeeze those heels together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And we're gonna, maybe you don't need the bar. You're gonna plie down, 2, 3, squeeze up. Lower down, 2, 3, squeeze up. And lower, 2. Now we're feeling those quads fire. For 4, 3, 2, keep pressing those heels together. 3, 2, 3, and lift. 2 more. And lift, last one. Now where do you think we're gonna hold it? In the up or the down position? In the down position. So pause here, we're gonna press the thighs back. 2, now this is where you can handle it. Okay, so come up a little bit if it's too much on the quads. I don't want you to feel your knees here. I want you to squeeze those glutes and fire those quads up. Squeezing, squeezing, press those thighs back. Now hold it, squeeze the nut. We're gonna go here, we're just gonna take it slow. Actually, it's not slow, it's low. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, oh my goodness, 4, 5, 6, 7, and hold. And now squeeze those glutes, press those thighs back just in case they rolled forward, and press those heels together, a little up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And it's down, and up, and down. Try to keep those heels up if you can. And up, and down, and up. 2 more, and up. Last one. Good, now we're gonna hold it in that releve. We're gonna take our weight to the foot that's closest to your bar. Chest up, and then we're gonna lower down. Now think outer edge of the foot. I want you to find that glute on the supporting leg. Releve up and hold. Foot, hip to ankle stabilization and down. And lift and hold. And lower, 2 more, lift and hold. And lower, last one. Now we're gonna go a little faster. down and up. How much do you need that bar? Lower and lift, and 4, and lift, and 5, and lift, and 6, and lift, and 7, and lift, and 8, and hold. Now find that glute. Press that thigh back, the outer leg, and then find that internal focus and balance. Woo, and then lower down. Shake it out just a little bit. Now, ideally, you felt that in the hip all the way down to the calf and not just the calf. I'm hoping, because that means your glutes are firing. Melt and keep taking class because we're working on that, activating those glutes. So now, here we go. Arm in second, with or without the bar, passe. We did this on the floor. So we're pushing through the foot now. Try to keep those hips stable. 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Now we're going to bend the supporting leg. I'm going to lift that knee. I'm going to extend it out. Then I'm going to flex it down and straighten. I'm going to do it again. Passe, bend both knees, lift that outside leg, extend, flex, and lower. A little bit faster. Passe, développé, flex, lower. Passe, bending that supporting leg, and lower. Passe, développé, and lower. Passe, développé, and lower. 4 more. Passe, développé, and lower. Passe, développé, and lower. 2 more. Passe, let the knee extend, it's turned out, and lower. Last one. Passe, développé, and lower. Ooh, now to the side. Passe, plie, lift the knee, extend, lower down. But I don't care if it's this high. What I'm looking for is the turnout and that supporting leg, and the supporting leg is working to stabilize you so you're not leaning to the side. Good. Passe, développé, flex lower. Passe, développé, flex lower. 2 more. Passe, développé. See how I'm slowing it down? I want you to do that. Listen to your body. Go as slow as you need. And then down. Now we go to the back. So I'm just going to turn. Actually, I think it's better from this position. Passe. Now I'm extending the leg. I'm bending. I'm extending it back. Then I'm flexing down. So from the side, passe, bending both legs, taking that leg to attitude, extend, and then flex down. Again, passe, développé, flex down, return, a little faster, or just go with your own timing. Passe, développé, flex down. Passe, développé, flex down. Give me 2 more. Passe, développé. Try to keep that leg up, not let it fall. And lower. Again, really listening to your body. Not about the speed. And down. Woo, nice. Shake it out. Let's take it to the other side. So now, we've got arms in second. You're in your first position. So here, we are going to, this is now our supporting leg, passe. Let's just get that passe going. Keeping the hips stable for 4, 3, 2, and hold. Now bend the knee. I'm extending the leg. Flex and lower. Passe, bend, extend, flex and lower. Passe, bend, extend. I really want you guys to go with your own timing here. I'm going to keep this pace, I think. But I really want you. It's all about keeping the pelvis stable, not tucking, and really working through. Right? Keeping the chest up so my spine stays in neutral. Give me 2 more. Last one. Good. Now passe to the side. Bend. So I'm lifting that knee first. Can I extend it out and then flex and lower? Passe. I can bend that supporting leg. If I want to keep it straight, I can keep it straight. It's a little harder. It's easier to bend that supporting leg as you extend that leg out to the side. Good. Give me 4 more. Passe, développé, and lower. This is challenging stuff here, you guys. You're doing great. 2 more. I wish I could see you. Last one. Ooh, I'm sweating. You open a window and down. Good. So now to the back. So here, I'm bringing that leg up into passe. I'm going to extend it back. Now, I don't want my hip to open. Keep your hips forward. Extend the leg. Flex it and lower down. So passe. I'm bending that supporting leg as I extend it behind me. Watch that I'm not doing this. Keep those legs moving towards each other and down. Passe, développé, oopsie, and down. Passe, développé, flex down. Passe, développé, flex down. If I want, I can lean a little forward. I'm going to lose a little bit of that glute, get a little bit more into the back if I stay up. If my back is pinching, I can totally lean forward. Give me two more. Flex down. Last one. Passe, développé, flex down. Nice. All right, now we're going to come back to that relevé. So here we are. Find that supporting leg. We're working through the foot. We're relevéing up and pause. Find that glute on that supporting leg, how much you need your chair, and lower down. We have forward slope. You want to take that arm up over the head and lower. Two more. Up, pause, and lower. One more. That's where we're really finding it, the hip to ankle stability. Now we're going up to tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And hold. Try to find that balance. Internal and external. Something to focus on. Belly in. Push down into the metatarsal. Squeeze the glute. Press that outer leg back. And then lower down. Woo! Good job. So what does it feel like on this side? Ideally, you feel your glute all the way down to the calf. That's ideal. That means the right muscles are firing. If you're only feeling your calf, that means you got a lazy glute on that side. Good information. Let's stretch the calves. So here, we're going to take the calf that you didn't just work to stretch first. Lift the chest, moving into our last sequence. That was a lot of hip stability today. That was really a lot of hip action. So if your hips are feeling really tired, you're getting really deep muscles, little tiny muscles that stabilize the hip with all that développé action there. Now extend the front leg. We're going to work into the hamstring a little bit and lengthen forward. So that was a true like dance bar, really. Curl the toes back. That's what you would do in a dance class for a warm-up before you go across the floor and start dancing. So curling those toes back, soften that front knee, really lift that tailbone to the sky. Core is engaged. So my spine is stable in this position. Lower the foot down, around the back, come on up. Let's go to the other side, stretch the calf, lift the chest. You might notice this side, if you just worked it, it's a little tighter right now. Chest stays up. Now lengthen the front leg, we're going to lean over it. Good, your hands are, you're supporting your upper body by just resting. This isn't a strength move, okay? So you really want to give that body the support it needs by resting your head on something fixed. Curl the toes back, lengthening into that hamstring, send your tailbone to the sky. Then we'll lower the foot down, round the back, come on up. Before we go into our last little sequence, I just want you to stretch the hip, just a quick one. So sinking back into this one, we're going to stretch this again at the end. And then coming on up and doing the other side. Good. All right. So now we want to get a little bit of internal rotation. Do a lot of external rotation of the hip. So I'm going back to this side and taking a swig. All right, so now I'm starting in a turned out position. I want a Demi Plie, right? This is feeling better probably than your first one. Extend that outside leg to the side. The toe is pointed. Hands on your hips. I want you to rotate that leg in and out. We did a lot of, like I said, really working all those muscles in the hip. So just trying to get that leg to move freely. Now we're going to hold it parallel. So this is all parallel. We're getting the gluteus medius, getting the whole lateral line. Arms in second, one hand on the bar. We're going to lift it up. and down. Now, if you guys, I really want you to notice if you're tipping in, it's not about how high the leg is. I want you to lengthen it out. So you're trying to straighten that leg right out to the side. It's a lengthen and lower. Good. For 4, 3, that's about 16, 2, hold 1. Now pause here. We're going to see if we can rotate that leg out and in now. Oh my gosh. Oh, so pull on the bar if you need it. Obviously I do. So here, you're trying to rotate that leg out and in without your pelvis moving. Now hold it parallel, and we're going to peek it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. How's that supporting leg? Watch that your outer edge of the foot's on the floor, big toe mound. Hold it there. Bend that knee in. Okay, now, same thing. It's an attitude. I'm going to lift it up. 2, 3, 4. Now, really focusing a little bit more in here so that leg isn't in front. It's directly to the side or slightly back. 7 and 8. Bring that arm up over the head. I'm going to crunch. Return. Crunch. Crunch. Watch that that leg doesn't come forward. Little oblique. For 4, 3, 2, hold 1. Reach that arm up, flex the foot. Now I'm going to pull it in, and I'm going to push it out. This is like a little karate kick, straight to the side. Down and out. Pull it in and out. In and out. 8 more. 8 and push. 7 and push. 6. I'm crunching. 5. Push. Try to keep that leg up there. Don't let it go down. 7. I stink at counting today without my music. And release. Woo, nice work. Okay, so that was internal rotation and external rotation. Just working a different set of muscles. We cover it all in this class. I try to give you guys variety. A little muscle confusion. It's good to do different things. Today was very different. I've never done that sequence before. So here, shoulders right over the hips, Demi Plie. Watch those knees, outer edge of the foot. Extend that leg out to the side. You're careful you're not leaning. I know the supporting leg is tired. Okay, so take a break if you need it. So now, the toe is pointing out to the side. Okay, I'm rotating the leg out and in. What am I not doing? I'm not moving my hips. My hips are staying stable. My leg is moving in the hip socket. I want to hold it parallel. Knee is facing me. Lift it up and down, up and down. So this is where we want to compensate and lean. It's not about how high that leg is. We're reaching out, trying to straighten that knee, lengthen through the toe. That toe is pointed for 8 and lower. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Now here, we rotate out and parallel. Out and parallel. That leg wants to drop. If you need to, drop it. But I'm trying to keep my hips stable as I hold that leg up and rotate that leg in the hip socket. Now hold it parallel, and we peek it out. 1, 2, keep reaching through the foot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. You can do it. 3, 2, and hold. Attitude, shortening the lever. Lift it up. It's going to get a little more focused here, right in that hip. So it's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift that arm up and crunch. 2, 3, 4. You need the bar. 5, 6, 7. Hold 8. Good. Now we're going to bring that arm over the head, flex the foot. We're going to crunch in. I'm bending my supporting leg, push out, crunch, and push. Now, can I keep that leg up? I want to see if I can keep it up and not drop it down. 8 more. 8. So it's an exhale, inhale, 6, and push. 5, and push. 4, woo, 3, kick. 2, kick. 1, kick. And then bring it in. Ah, whew, nice work. Little stretch. How do your hips feel? I don't know about you guys, but ideally, you're feeling all in here. We've forgotten about the calves. The leg's tired though, right? Hopefully. That's what we want to feel. That's how we build endurance, right? Strength and endurance. We've got to challenge ourselves beyond that comfort zone. So here, I just want you to take your outside leg behind. It's called fifth position. We're just going to reach over. I want to lengthen the sideline of the body. So inhale, reach through the fingertips, push down into that back foot, really lengthening. As you exhale, we're going to pour it broad down. Scoop out that belly. So rounding the back like I'm holding a big beach ball here. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, round. Two more. Reaching up and over. That's my inhale. Exhale, belly draws in, kind of touch the floor. Last one. Woo, and down. And come back. Other side. So now I'm taking my outside leg, the other leg behind. I want to push into that foot and then reach through the fingertips of the top arm, lengthening the lateral line from the foot all the way to the fingers. Then I'm going to round down, crown of the head to the floor, belly in, reach as far away as I can. Inhale, exhale, round, and over. Two more, and round. Last one, and round. And then come back and lower. All right, little stretch for the quads. I want you to lift one leg, kick towards the buttock, reach back, push the foot away from you, okay? So you're pushing away. Now push into that supporting leg. If you want to take a balance here, you can release that hand. Tuck your pelvis just a little bit. That's going to give you a little more of a stretch through that front of thigh. Breathe, and then return. Belt's going to be good today after this. Take the other side back. Push the foot into the hand. Tuck your pelvis just a little bit. Find your balance. Lengthen and breathe. We're almost there, right? Last stretch. You can sit down in the chair. Gonna cross one leg over, lift the chest up, then you're gonna lean forward, getting right into that hip. Did a lot of work today. So here you are, lengthening. Then you can round over just to get a little low back stretch here. So we're tucking the pelvis, really getting that scoop into the core. Shake your head side to side, just releasing tension in your jaw. Breathe. And then we'll roll up. Other side, cross that leg over, flex the foot. Lift the chest, lean forward. You're going to know which side is a little weaker, a little tighter. Round forward. Couple breaths here, scooping that belly out. You're really feeling the stretching a little more in the low back now. Roll on up. Let's take a breath in center and lower one more time. Right up and down. And thank you so much. I'm going to leave the meeting so the next person can get on. I don't know if Susan wants me to unmute.